they'll be playing Complexity Gaming here in the bracket stage. Obviously, 4 teams remaining competing for that $5,000 prize pool here for the Onslaught 2 event. So, excited to be here once again. My co-casters for today, Penny and Matthias, a.k.a. Onme, joining me as co-casters. So, having some fun here. And seeing now how Mystery Gang responds here in game number 2. So, kind of a little bit mixed emotions on that, but overall, pretty solid draft. But as far as the play went, maybe not ultimately the strongest there for Mystery Gang. So we'll see how they make the adjustments this time around. But I will say things are kind of looking a little bit different now. They have Midas and Cthulhu themselves now instead of Sync, where Sync actually picks up Moira, and then there's the Swiftblade coming out. So what do you guys think of the draft so far kicking off here?
Gistman is an insanely good Midas. Callum is a very good Cthulhu fan. So far I like the heroes from Legion. They're just picking extremely comfort heroes, and these are generally good heroes overall. Hellborn, Moira, it's a pretty good hero, I guess. And same with Swiftblade, they kind of fit in any lineup. So far, both drafts, very solid. Not really showing too much yet with their lanes. Legion a little bit, but there's still a lot of kind of heroes that they can pick on both sides.
Penny, did you just say not a bad hero, I guess?
I guess. I guess.
Like, I guess she's all right. Yeah, okay.
I think it's not the best support in the game or anything.
Support option in the game, yeah. Let's just say she's probably getting toned down a little bit.
Oh, leak. Breaky?
Hey, no, I'm not leaking anything. I don't know anything. But I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. Dr. Repulsor and Puppet Master going to be finishing off Andromeda. Andromeda is a strong option too. But Onme, what do you think? These drafts
this is much more. What I do know about Mystery Gang is that they like to pick aggressive heroes and just keep going at you like with their aggressive heroes, and they have that this game. I feel like last game was a bit out of their comfort zone, so I think this is a good approach to the game at least.
All right, bands to follow. Bubbles, Aluna, and Chipper so far. There's the Andromeda coming out, so the figure that Mystery Gang still needs a support, which they definitely do, so seems like that's kind of what they're prioritizing here with the Aluna and the Andromeda bands.
I think Forgotten One, I think the hero he's played the most in this tournament is probably Rhapsody. I know he picks that hero a lot, and it's always been a very strong hero. I mean, it's nothing against it. I don't really know why people stopped picking it. Probably just because Moira came into the game.
Yeah.
But he does pick a lot of that, and he's more of like a aggressive defensive support. Like, he wants to be very active. He wants to be in fights. He's not like the like last game, the Glacius type of support, where he's just kind of sitting back, saving a stun. He's a bit more of an aggressive kind of. He's also a very good warder. So I really hope Legion picks Rhapsody, just because I know he plays it extremely well, and then I could see a very good team so far for Legion as well. I like their draft a lot more this game. I mean, last game as well, but they look much more confident this game in their drafting.
I would absolutely love if they'd go with Amon-Ra too. That would really bring it together. Slide up. Okay, there you go.
Called it.
Called the Rhapsody. Such a good feeling, right? Torture was the final ban, so yeah, very support heavy, but whoa! Can't say saw that coming.
Whoa!
That's a second support as well, so interesting.
I do know that Insania likes playing the hero, especially like I've seen him play a lot of Cersei in TMM, and he is really cantered, to say the least, to play against the TMM when he has a hero.
Does that mean that Slap's gonna play Moira, homie?
Actually, I don't know.
Oh no, not the Slap Moira.
I have not seen Slap play Moira.
I haven't either, actually. So
that would be.
Could be a Slap Cersei. Oh, Cersei Suicide. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything.
That's what I was gonna bring up actually. I've kind of toyed with the idea of a Cersei Suicide, and her skill set actually kind of allows her to do it. I mean, her E, what is it even called? The deceive abilities actually, allows her to be in the lane pretty well, and ultimately a hero that just needs level. She doesn't necessarily need farm, so that kind of fits that Suicide idea pretty well.
Yeah, I actually agree. We have seen Cersei Suicide before, haven't we?
Celtic boys.
I don't think.
Yeah, I remember
Celtic's done it once or twice.
The DreamHack qualifiers. I think your team played it, right, Penny?
Yeah, Celtic did it like once or twice. But it's the thing is, you have to make sure that the hero doesn't like get completely boxed out in lane either, because he's not like the hero that can be like, okay, I can't lane, I can go roam now. Like he needs to get some sort of XP.
True.
Assuming he's going to be against what, a Doctor Rhapsody? I don't know. Homie, suicide expert. Do you know anything? Do you think Cersei can lane against that?
Against the
Rhapsody Doctor.
Rhapsody Doctor. I don't know. I have not played Cersei myself ever. So, but I know that Rhapsody is such a strong. Like he's so strong at boxing out. Simply because he's stun at level 1. His Q. He can. I don't know how many times he can use it, but it's so ridiculous. He can use it like so many times.
Yeah.
Compared to other supports, they can only use their stuns like once or twice, and they're out of mana.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
That's a very nice pick.
It's good in theory.
Okay, Insane is playing Moira.
He is.
Slap Cersei.
It has.
Oh, I get
to
it.
be,
Slap's the most
really.
versatile player in the scene. Since he's the best player, he can play any hero.
Yeah. He
So
streams,
technically, they give him Cersei.
he streams 6 days a week, so.
Exactly. So, except for
Saturdays.
Saturdays, obviously. Yeah, there we go.
Have to
So,
shout that out.
okay.
All right. So
I'm not-
secondary support, Cersei.
I have not.
I don't
have
know
you
how
seen him
Howard's
play,
laning, though.
Benny?
No, I haven't. Maybe
I've
like
not.
once in Team M, but
I have not seen Slap play Cersei ever, even in Team M.
what confuses me is like, usually you pick Cersei against like a Sandwraith or something, because like it just makes sense. I'm not sure what the reason why they picked this game.
Yeah.
That's like what I haven't been able to figure out yet.
That's what I was trying to get at too. It's yeah.
Doc. Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's not like. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the hero is you can take over an enemy hero, so it's never used to spell. Even if you don't like it, they don't have a Sandwraith or anything like that. It's still strong, I think.
It's never useless. Like, but she's obviously her big strength is late game compared to other supports. I mean, she's definitely one of the better late game supports. I think is unarguable. But earlier on, they picked up a Cersei instead of more of a stun heavy secondary support, something like an engineer even. I know Slaptas plays from time to time. So yeah, it just goes back to that idea. Why Cersei compared to something like an NG or one of those other strong supports, but. Yeah, I mean, she is strong, and her W, the illusion creator, what is it even called? The doppelganger, very, very annoying ability to play against. So, I'm sure Mystery Gang not too happy to see a Cersei on the other side, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's something that might not be appear to be that big of a deal, like if you watch the stream or something like that. But when you actually play against it, it's so annoying to deal with.
Oh yeah.
Legion has a lot of stuns though, so it's good. Like it's really good to always have like insane amount of stuns. Just have like one guy be like, okay, yo, you cancel Cersei. They don't really have like a peak. I mean, maybe Cthulhu later in the game could do that. Midas, because that's the only other thing about Cersei. You kind of dedicate a hero to cancel him in fights, so he does kind of take responsibility for one player on the other team as well, which is pretty nice. But I'm kind of trying to figure out how Hellborn's going to lane, because I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be like trial lane, 1 mid, 1 suicide, if it's going to be like 2-1-2. I think Hellborn has a couple options, but I don't know where Cersei is going to fit in the best.
That's true. Yeah.
That's also one of in Sync's draft. Usually, when you play against Sync, they have so many options. So they keep the enemy team guessing basically. Like we don't even know what they're doing. It's so hard to figure out because they have so many options, as you pointed out.
Well, what is the Legion team going to do with that? Is this going to be a Suicide Drunken? Jungle Cthulhu Fun, obviously, but I would assume Suicide Drunken with how they're shaping up. Because Just Man's more of a middle player, so.
Yeah, I would assume so as well.
Just Man
Maybe
always.
Oh my
think
god,
so.
what is
Oh no, they're going.
Oh my. Oh, this is why Cersei is good. Okay.
This is why they went Cersei. It all comes together. Interesting. And they're not even remotely going that direction. So this is going to be a congor kill, unless something just gives it away to Mystery Game to be like, oh, let's check congor real quickly. I don't think that's happening.
Wrong chat.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, Mystery Game just shoots over there.
Oh, Swiftblade was insanely low. Okay, that was close. But yeah, I don't. Oh wait, okay, there's no way Legion knows, right? There's no.
They don't. They're kind of going a unique path here into the jungle, but yeah, they have no clue still.
Okay, so as long as nobody screws up Zinc, this should be a congor kill. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they give it to Swiftblade here, maybe.
They should just share XP, I think. Or
Yeah,
maybe the token.
Token. I'm thinking
Yeah.
Swiftblade. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? The whole sharing XP compared to like maybe giving it to one or two heroes.
I think you usually you want, unless you have something, special in mind, you should always share.
Yeah.
Since you commit 5 heroes to do this, so if you leave four heroes behind and just give it all to one, you're gonna have 4 heroes that are in theory behind. But they got Congo level 1.
They did, and yeah, I don't think anyone saw that coming, especially Mystery Gang. They did not, so yeah, we cut our answer for Cersei right away.
Okay, so Kazu did get the token. I like this actually because now he can probably play super aggressive against Doctor and maybe even win the lane if he just kind of dies early on. Other lanes, I don't know how. Like I could maybe even imagine Zlap pulling, or like maybe Zlap stacks the whole jungle with 3 illusions and then they swap Cersei on lane and put Puppet jungle. Maybe that's that's the only thing that like really makes sense to me. But then again, Legion's tri-laning top. So this might kind of be good for Sync because they can be like, okay, well, we have 3 here as well. We can kind of fight you. Maybe that's
okay.
Work for the better here.
Now, Cersei seems like she's fairly weak in a trial lane, to be fair, but
Yeah, for sure.
it's right away running into Cthulhu actually, and we'll have to turn around. So yeah, I don't know how much impact she's going to have. But yeah, how about that decision by Mystery Gang? They do the aggressive trial lane here. Kind of matching up against Sync. And I don't know, it's obviously the levels advantage, and just, of course that's going to be big for Sync, but if this especially was a true tri lane versus trial lane, I almost think you got to maybe give it to Mystery Gang, but am I overreacting on that? I mean, I guess Puppet Master and Moira are pretty strong too.
Yeah, I think either way Sync would have probably came out ahead, since, as you said, the Puppet is really strong in the tri lane, and on top of it, they have like 3 ranged heroes against a Drunken Master, so he's gonna have every time he walks up to last hit, he's gonna take like 3 auto attacks to his face.
Yeah.
So.
Uh-oh. Prisoner middle lane. He, by the way, almost killed Midas, 1 auto attack away, but now he's in trouble. As Cthulhu rotating in top lane, there's the entrapment on a Drunken, a couple of auto attacks, and yes, Flensmeister gets the bloodlust kill, so. Well played.
Well played.
Cthulhu
Oh, mid lane? Oh.
Did that connect? It didn't it?
Did connect, barely, but yeah.
Not going to matter. Bottom lane, wow. So played dive in the tower. But again, he had the token, so he could afford that.
What's the bottom doing? 5 and 6 and 2 versus 7. Okay, so it's pretty even now. Only problem with Kazu's build, the thing Congor, is that he doesn't really have much regen now.
Yeah.
He's not doing, I honestly thought he'd be doing a bit better, but at the same time he had to buy kind of weird items to do the Congor, so it makes sense. But if you think about it,
Doctor Strong versus melees.
Yeah,
well.
true. That's Q.
Yeah.
And the rest I think is doing really well though in lanes. Like mid and top are doing extremely well right now. Slaskate 300 GPM mid.
This is not looking good for
top lane again.
Uh-oh, Drunken. Sorry, boy. You're going up against a Moira. That'll happen. So, Fizz Maestro ends up getting picked off there yet again. So, not a pretty start for him. Again, kind of understandable, though, because of how Sync is matched up against it here at the top lane.
And Legion, it feels like they're trying to force a lot of stuff, and they don't really have the heroes for it, you know. Like mid lane. I don't really know if they have the damage to kill Prisoner.
Oh, we're gonna find out. Moira coming in with her stun. He pulls them in. That was a big play coming out from Slaskir. Very ballsy play, I should say, because he probably would have survived if he just kept running, but he figured to go for the counter kill.
But they got the kill, I guess. So
at least
set up this man. Okay. Oh yeah, but they're not. I mean, I think Legion's job in this game is to maybe start stacking jungle.
Oh,
close. Puppet shell though.
I don't know where Rhapsody's place in this game is right now. Like if I was playing as Rhapsody, I'd be pretty confused because I want to help top, but it's so difficult as a Rhapsody to be active, especially without boots. And Speak. Oh, they just stunned an illusion.
Yeah.
And Cersei's out of there. So much action on this map. I guess the good thing about Cersei is that they have so much lockdown with Puppet and Moira, like for sure stuns, that Cersei can hit her Q, which makes the hero a lot more viable. But I guess it's kind of one of those heroes. Oh, wait, he's actually
They
dead.
got the real one. Yeah, the Ro4 actually allowed him to do that. That was big. Callum, well played. Gets the real Cersei. Meanwhile, though, Prisoner pulls in, gets through the pop. Prison break is applied. A couple of auto attacks later. He actually does have a double damage room, but a trample away. And get through the ball will survive. Meanwhile, a nice transmute coming out from Jistman. He's following it up with the Elemental Warp. Gets the kill on Flensmeister. And now Sasuke being pursued. Drunken Master doesn't have enough mana for a lunge, but he does have enough for the stagger. And Forgotten One, actually, gets credit for the kill. So, golden experience. It is actually even.
Yep.
For a team
Just
that got
like
level
that.
1 Congor. That is interesting.
Just like that. I think I don't think Sasuke. I think Sasuke misplayed that a bit. He had a double damage. He could have just ran in, W'd, and ulted all of them. Instead, he chose to hook out the elephant away from the Puppet Master, and then solo ult him, and he didn't even end up dying. So.
Bottom.
Oh. Wait.
Doctor is trying to escape right here, and it looks like he will be fine. Yeah, TP coming in, so. Got the escape. You see Swift Flame was level 6, but just couldn't get the vision on him to use the Swift Slashes. So good escape there coming out from Cannondorf.
Mid lane.
Midas.
Oh.
Nice Elemental Warp.
That's a nice chunk. Legion, at least they have, I mean, if you think about it, they have pretty decent heroes for Getaway. Drunken, Midas, Doctor when he hits 6, Cthulhu Fan charge away. So it's kind of not the easiest to pick people off if you're Hellborn. Unless you have the Prisoner, ready to go. So that's the bright side of the lineup. They're not getting, like, feeding and Insanity. It's like roaming like crazy.
I just looking at the stats right now, man. You would never expect that one of these teams actually got a level 1 Congor kill, but that's the case. Sync is working off of a level 1 Congor kill, yet this is very, very even, if not even a kind of a slight lead in certain areas for Mystery Gang. So just pretty shocking stuff. But top lane, it's not going to help. Drunken Master again picked off. He got a couple of kills since his last death, but that will be now his 3rd death of the game as Steam Boots are finished on a Puppet Master right here. Middle lane, Prisoner. That's interesting. Rhapsody way up there, but not going to be able to do enough. Yeah, you were mentioning earlier, Pandy, about this Rhapsody. It seems a little out of place in terms of what her role is here. Trying to find something still.
He's doing work. I mean, he's not necessarily too under-leveled, nor is he dying a lot, so that's the bright side. In top lane, he might even get a counter puppet here.
Oh, yeah.
Reckon running up. I don't know if they have... Okay, no, somebody's TPing in. This should be a kill for sure. It's Callum on that.
Get through the phone, okay. Yeah, this
I
should
would
be
say
Oh, yeah, this should be kill.
easy kill. Trample does connect. Puppet Master, though, apparently pretty tanky. Just been following it up. Golden Salvo hits. Still not enough damage, though. No TPs are happening, though, from Sync, so they got all the time in the world.
Bottom.
And they will chase him down. Bottom lane, now the pursuit on a Dr. Repulsor. Can he make the escape just like his counterpart did? The stun from Moira hit. I mean, that's one of the ridiculous things of the stuns, isn't it?
That makes me mad just looking at that.
The range and the no vision. Oh, by the way, he's over there.
That doesn't make any sense. But, really well played, at least by Kazu Bottom. Nice illusion by Moira. But, yeah, so Legion, they get a kill, and they're doing what's smart. They're going to try to group up and at least get a tower off this kill, which is going to probably even up the gold a bit more. It's well on the map, and they're making the first real commitment of the game so far. And I like this. Doctor going to go back bottom. He's not having the best of games. He's not necessarily doing terrible, but I mean, 240 GPM. He's died a couple times. It's a hard life down there.
Yeah.
I guess this was good.
Matthias, I got to ask you, Prisoner hero that you play from time to time and being played by Sasuke here, what do you like to get on Prison? Do you think the portal key as soon as possible is important, or what about the idea of like an Insanitarius kind of style almost?
I would always go for Blink. I think the item is so core on that hero, because you cannot always rely on your hook to initiate.
Okay.
So having the ability to blink in, W, and ulti someone I think it's a must in almost every game. Now with that said, if you are completely snowballing, if you get an early Insanitarius, you're hitting so hard.
Yeah.
So
that passive.
I think
allows them. Yeah.
only in the games where you're completely snowballing, I would maybe go for first item in Sanitarius, but I think 9 out of 10 times you want to blink.
Okay. We'll see what Sasuke gets here. Obviously, assisting at least for the kill right there, doing a lot, but Moira got credit technically. 3-0 and 2 right here. In fact, they're running towards the top lane, but Drunken Master this time is a little too far away. And is going to be fine.
I have Matthias something.
Sure. Yeah.
Who do you think has a better late game here?
The better late game?
Yeah.
I would Hellborn.
Hellborn?
They have dual core in Swiftblade and Puppet, and on top of it they have what is Cersei.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just think they simply have the better late game, I think. But it's up lane.
Yeah, Drunken's caught here. You see Cersei even taking him over. He actually staggers away as he takes it over. And L-Slap's going in. Now again, remember it's not the most damage just yet from him. So the ground control's the big aspect of it. And it's not a whole lot, honestly, with the lunge. So Drunken really not the greatest target. Anyways, Puppet Master, he's going to be fine despite the transmute. There's a trample from Cthulhu. He gets the kill, but it comes at a big cost. Making a 3-for-1 exchange. It could be more. It looks like it's going to be a 4-for-1, as Rhapsody is also going to be picked off. So the dive is real. Slapped ends up with a double tap there, as all 5 of Sync end up being here as well. Guess who's not here is the one hero, Dr. Repulsor, who's actually pushing bottom lane. So maybe missing out. He did have a Homecoming Stone too, but chose not to.
He actually just bought it. He should have had one, for sure.
Should have had one, for sure, yeah.
But I also want to say that they TP'd in 3 people, and Moira simply, he spawned Illusion and stunned all 3 of them when they TP'd in.
Yeah, that's...
So they could not help, they could not follow up on the guy who initially went in. That was just...
Slap's playing out of his mind there, actually. Playing Drunken Master.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. I will say... That's kind of the other thing that stood out to me. That's what I also look for whenever we happen to see a Cersei is, the opposition. What's the obvious hero to take over? And again, this Legion team, more so, is they don't really have that obvious hero, in my opinion. Because again, the level 1 and 2, the damage is kind of taken away a little bit. You're more so using it for the crowd control purposes usually. And there's not really the strongest option. There's not that Behemoth, the Tempest, something like that. That big initiator AOE ability. Other than maybe the Cthulhu on the trample, but even that really not so much, obviously. So, I don't know. I think that does take away from the Cersei pick a little bit too, but...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think Drunken was the best hero to take over, but at the same time, it's the only hero that was in a position for him to take over at the time.
Yeah.
So, that hook.
Take what you can get. Speaking of that, hook does connect.
Oh,
the entrapment was a little late right there. And thus, he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Cthulhu over here, he took a stun. Mana Sunders up. Obliterate's activated, but... he felt like falling back, but you could tell Mystery Gang still might want to fight this. Not going to, though, unless Moira forces it. She's porting it with the illusion. She catches Drunken Master. The Arcane Vortex and Prisoner is going to hook. No, he takes the transmute first, and the return damage on him. Sasuke is needed to run. Meanwhile, Drunken also on the run, but now Midas and Cthulhu out of position right here. Midas trying to TP away, or more so Elemental Warp away. Ain't going to happen, though. Voodoo Puppet doing too much damage. He goes down, and the spin on top of Cthulhu also gets the kill. And they did take out Prisoner at least, but still numbers in favor of Sync, and the lead will continue. So starting to be like similar to last game. They're getting a bit of momentum here.
I don't understand why they keep taking those fights without their doctor.
Wow, you're right.
Because he had no mana. He had no mana all the time, and he probably, I would imagine, tell his team, "I have no mana, guys. We can't fight this." But they keep it's like knocking their heads against the wall. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
They're a bit too aggressive. Like Omi said, I mean, they're in a position right now where Hellborn's not taking over the Legion jungle, so Doctor still can get some farm, and he's going to be stacking his jungle, and he's going to be spamming his Q, so he doesn't really have the biggest mana pool to ever really fight. Legion, they're persistent on ganking even right now. They want to go for the Swiftblade, but going to be able to get it.
Yeah, I don't know if the gank is a problem, but you're right though about Dr. Repulsor. He's not been involved at all this game. 0-1-0. And for when his team especially is looking to be active and picking fights, that does seem like it's not the most efficient choices there. So he's going to go back.
I don't want to say it's his fault, but because they did put a lot of pressure on him bottom lane, so he did struggle a bit. But you would at least expect him to have somewhat decent farm after he has not been doing anything with his team the whole game.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still sitting on.
Mid lane now.
You figure that would be the trade-off, or at least you'd be farming okay if he's not assisting. But anyways,
Yeah,
Moira in the middle
exactly.
lane is going to be caught right here. Rhapsody also caught, though, so eye for an eye, support for support. Swiftplay wants more, though. He doesn't have his R, though. 20 seconds more on the cooldown. Cersei, the illusions continuing to scout. Can he land a hook right here? You know he wants to. 2 more seconds. Sasuke going to be going for the entrapment. That'll easily set it up. Beautiful entrapment from Slap right there. Kind of forcing a fight to take place. Spin from Swiftblade. Drunken Master lunging into him. Pops that untouchable. So going to protect himself from a lot of damage right here. Sasuke going a little deep with that prison break up. Here comes a TP though. Guess who's here this time? Doctor is here. He's going to chase down Prisoner. That's an iffy target, though. Pretty tanky. Do they have the follow-up damage? They do. Swift Slash is bouncing around. Only 3 bounces, though.
Oh.
Protected Melody. It's going to mitigate some damage right there, and Swiftplay will be picked off. So finally, Mystery Gang coming on top of a fight, and there's still more to come. Moira, though, that's a big stop right there. The Voodoo Puppet's out. Gonna disorient them a little bit. Stun from Moira soon after the fact. The Voodoo Puppet explodes. Gets the kill on a Midas, but Puppet Master, no, Cersei, excuse me, did get caught. Puppet Master's fine in the background. Moira goes down. Well, Mystery Gang, they actually come out on top of that fight pretty big.
Doctor was 0-1-0 before that fight. He just was involved in 5 kills.
There you
Just
go.
like that.
Boom.
But a huge place by Rhapsody as well. He managed to save the Drunken. He hit 6 like in the middle of that fight and skilled it and ulti. He was only level 5 at the beginning of that fight, so that's a big play. But they're back in the game.
Mystery Gang back in the game.
Back in the game.
There they go. There they go. Yeah, I feel like that's like the second time that's happened here this game, too, where Sync starts to get a little more momentum, and then Mr. Gang at least stalls it a little bit. Now, will they, make those smart decisions, continue to, or will they kind of, fall back to those trying to pick fights without a full team and, kind of throwing themselves at them is now the question. You do see Dr. Revealed Ross, so kind of taking a page out of Flensmeister's book here from last game here in the middle lane.
So we didn't really comment on it, but Moira has a peek. We kind of saw it in the last fight.
Yeah,
It's very
you're
early.
right.
Like, oh.
Nice pick, though, on a Prisoner.
Dude, this is a Myst I remember. They just they come out of nowhere, kill you
Yeah.
and then leave again. These are the guys I remember playing against. And then they get a fast pick, and they don't get too cocky off a kill. They're like, okay, guys, let's regroup. Maybe get a tower. Maybe go back to farming. In this case, they killed pretty much the main core with the scare here to push up against. So they're gonna push here. But Sync kind of wants to fight this.
Yeah, Sync's got a pretty good position, too. They're going to initiate kind of right here. Drunken Master going to the background. They actually pulled in Puppet Master. Puppet Master explodes
Doctor,
right there.
Slap.
In the meantime, Moore actually got the Arcane Vortex off. Going to be fine. Slap, though, did he take over Doctor? Yeah, he did. He takes over Doctor, gets the kind of Cthulhu font. Moira falls as well, despite a pretty good Arcane Vortex. No buybacks happening here. Cersei, that's a Cersei Doctor. She's dropping, comes out. She will go down. The hook hits Midas. But it doesn't really matter. In fact, now Prisoner's in trouble. The Transmute comes out, and Sasuke's going to be picked off in the end, and Mystery Gang, they now have the lead officially here in game number 2 all of a sudden. Swiftplay, that's a little ballsy right there, but he's got the spin, so he's going to be fine. But, man, Mystery Gang really turning it on, and, yeah, this is their style of play, apparently. This is what they like.
They're just executing those teamfights so well. But at the same time, I don't. It's a bit uncharacteristic. What is
Characteristic.
Yeah, exactly. By Sync, I don't think they should have. They should have just let the tower thing and kept farming because the Prisoner was dead and he TP'd in too late. Like the fight was over by the time he was there. So they essentially took a fight 4v5. I don't know. But well played by Mystery Gang.
Also, Flens got caught pretty early on by the Doctor Opposer, so it was a bit unfortunate for Sync. I mean, after you kill Puppet Master and the Prisoner is dead, and if you imagine Kaizu didn't even get an ulti off, Sync has 0 damage after those heroes die. So, Mystery Gang, really nice play coming out from Cannondorf. I mean, that was really ballsy, just diving deep and going for the W on top of a Puppet, but he locks him down, they get a kill, and yeah, they're back in this game, like you guys said. I mean, they definitely have late game potential. It's not just like, okay, well, whatever, Sync will win in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's not like that. I mean, Doctor, Drunken, those are extremely strong heroes, even Midas in the late game stage.
Yeah. Porto Keon Cthulhu on that's big, but speaking of item progression, what do you guys think Drunken's going for here? Because he has a Gloves with a Swift on him.
I would imagine the Sanitarius.
Okay.
Not make it even though.
Yeah, it does.
Do you
Into this
like
game.
like that choice?
Yeah, I like it. It's so strong on Drunken Master. The item overall is just really good on strength carries.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if you think Drunken's ulti, the spell's what? So does this spell Cersei? It does. It must, right?
Yeah, I don't think
Pretty much every puppet skill as well. Shackle on prisoner, so that hero more or less just needs to have some damage on him. Bottom line.
Oh, they're gonna catch pup. Oh, well played by Flensmaster.
Catch Puppet or will Puppet catch Midas? You see Midas dropping. He does go down, but Puppet Master also going to fall. Maybe, yeah, barely. But he does. Dr. Pulsar, Mana Sunder on him, kind of doing a little bit of work right here. But now he's on the run as Midas trying to pursue him down. Portuguese away, though, realizing it's not going to happen. Doctor does have that haster, and he still needs to be a little bit careful. Beautiful hook from Sasuke. He actually got Drunken Master, pulls him back in with a prison break. The trample, though, from Cthulhu trying to save the day. Drunken Master, he goes in. I don't know about that. Seemed like he could have maybe tried to run right there, as also Rhapsody picked off. So, Mystery Game, they actually got caught out in a bad spot there. Forced to take a fight that Sync was definitely ready for in the end. So, a couple of pickoffs for them. And the action continues. 19 to 18 hero kills at 20 minutes in. So, yeah, we have a lot of action this game.
Yeah, extremely even game. I think they're kind of back. It's not really back and forth so far, but they're really well played by Flensmeister. Like Omi said, that fight. Something I find extremely funny right now is that Prisoner is actually lowest GPM on Hellborn. So that goes to show you how much Cersei and Moira are doing.
Especially mid lane.
Yeah, that was a huge catch from Doctor. That's what he does, though. Obviously, he had just enough mana to have ludicrous speed from a mile away. And he caught the Swift Blade, so another great kill there from Mystery Gang. And they're going to keep it going. It looks like top lane. I think Puppet's very aware, though, that something's going on, yeah. This is a very aggressive ward of sight here from Forgotten One early on. Some nice vision here.
Zania actually placed a ward in their own jungle here. It's spotting a lot of ganks, so it's paying off.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's...
He actually hit that. I don't even know. Do they actually see him, or did he kind of just guess that?
Oh, they probably saw him walk up there with the ward they have on the hill here, but that must have been a blind jump initially.
I think it was. Yeah, they saw. They knew he was up there, but didn't know exactly. So well played.
Yeah, well played. But at the same time, Swing does get a tower in bottom lane.
Slapped, by the way, he does go tablet, which he has on the courier. And wait, somebody has an Astro. Is that slapped as well? Or is it the Prisoner? Oh, slap? What the heck?
Wait,
what do you think you should get on... sorry.
That's fine.
No, Penny, what do you think you should get on a Cersei here in this situation? Do you think Astro is fine, or should you gotten like a Blink or something like that?
Well, I think like the Blink into trees is pretty good, because you can't really see when you're getting ulted which direction it is. Like, you just see those little, like, things in the air. But, knowing Sync, like, this is a more safe way. It's like building Tempest, PK, you know? It's kind of a risk. It could work, but if it fails, the hero's kind of useless if he just has a blink and he screws up an ulti. Now that he has Astro Tablet, he's still viable in teamfights, even if his ulti gets cancelled or something. Well, I like this build from Zlap. It just makes it a bit more team-oriental.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like the idea of auras or utility just makes so much sense there. I know the idea. What do you think of a restoration stone? Do you actually think it is great on Cersei, or would you rather see this style that she's going for here?
I'd say as a sixth item, maybe, but never rushing it. No, I don't think it's worth it, because first of all, the hero struggles with mana pool a lot because you're spamming your W. So, and like I said, I don't think the hero is just good because of his ulti. By the way.
Prisoner gonna get caught right there. So another jump. It seems like Mr. Gang's getting a lot of these opportunities. The portal keys in. Dr. Repulsor especially leading the way. The Insanitarius also finished on Drunken Master. No aura items just yet here on the Legion side. That is something that's standing out to me somewhat. You know, the idea of a Soul's Bulwark, the Abyssal Skull, of course, Sacrificial Stone, things like that. So, that's something that they want to think about.
Sasuke and Prisoner is struggling a lot this game. Still doesn't have his blink 24 minutes in.
Yeah, he's 7 deaths, and a big reason why he probably has his last couple of deaths is just because he's not very mobile right now.
Yeah.
And as I said, having the blink on Prisoner is just, it's so big. But it's hard to play prisoner against the Legion lineup if you don't have a bling. You basically rely on your hook, which is it's never good. I don't think.
Wait, Swiftblade going Shroud on me. What do you think about that?
Swift play.
Really?
Should have it by now.
Yeah, he is going Shroud. Huh.
I mean, I guess it's okay, but I would.
It's
I
a
don't
bit
know.
random, but I don't.
Yeah, it's a bit random, but
Well, it
I
could.
think you should have gotten something else.
Exactly. So what you do, you factor here. Well, he could have got a portal key. He could have got a full brutalizer at this point too. So it's like, is that really better than those options? Arcane Vortex. Oh my God! It was just out of range of Cthulhu Font. Drunken Master holding his ground though. By the way, look at that insanitarious damage.
wow.
And he's gonna kill the tower, and he's going to just walk away as if nothing
Well
was
played.
even happening. That was very well played and good mana by Fizzmeister. I don't know anything about this guy, but I've never seen him before, so I don't know if you guys have, but he's been doing
He's
pretty
the guy
solid
in
here.
the guy in TMM who always picks Parallax.
Is he? Oh, I didn't even know that. There you go.
Really? Okay, well.
But the guy, he's playing really well.
Well, I have another question for Omi here. Doctor's going Nullstone as a third item here, or second, I guess. Obviously, he really needs it this game, but do you think he should still be going it even 30 minutes in?
What did you say is going Goldstone?
Doctor.
Midas? Doctor. I don't like Nullstone. Why not get a BKB, for example? I guess against the prisoner, but they still have a lot of ways to cancel his Nullstone, and I don't know. I would have rather seen BKB.
Yeah.
Actually, I would rather not have seen either BKB or
Nullstone?
or just rather seen something else,
Like a Hellflower even.
like a Hellflower maybe. Yeah.
It is that tough spot. You definitely look at this overall lineup, and you're right. I mean, it is kind of that funky area of like, well, they got a good physical presence. They do have some null stone effects that you want to block, but at the same time, Shrunken Head would still be good with heroes like Puppet Master and whatnot. So it is. I could definitely see that being a tough spot here for Ganondorf. But making the option of Nullstone here.
What about Drunken? Is it for sure a Shrunken Head here?
I think he should go Shrunken. He could go Demonic as well. Would not be bad either. I don't. Yeah. I think he should be going Demonic.
Yeah, I actually like Demonic more.
Yeah, because he already has his ulti to block prisoner
Demonic
pop
skills. Yeah.
Swift play. Yeah, exactly. He does not need a BKB this game. I don't think. Now when you think about it, they don't have any anything to lock him down, like AoE magic lockdown on Hellborn. So BKB would not make sense at all.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you say?
Well, I was just going to say Drunken Master, 2,100 gold saved up. And, I was thinking maybe that Soul's Bulwark for him would be a bad option, but not getting it just yet. Swiftblade, how did he choke all of that? Some way,
So good for
somehow.
Sync.
There's the pull for on a Doctor right there. Look at the burst. But the Protective Melody. Can he get out of range? No, he cannot. He's still in range. And Dr. Repulsor is going to survive. Huge
wow.
Protective Melody from the Forgotten One. And now this is a big chance for Mystery King. Prisoner going to be chased down. The Portal King in. And yes, he will be picked off. Cersei is taking over Midas, by the way. It's a level 2 ulti, so some decent damage here. But he gets transmuted himself, and Cthulhu Font will trample on through. Look at the man mode of Drunken Master right here. Sanitarius is currently activated. He needs to do a swap right here probably in the near future. Meanwhile, Cersei is picked off, and Swiftblade is now going to be chased down. And there's the catch from Cthulhu Font. Drunken Master, that's the same Dr. Repulsor that nearly died at the beginning. Comes in to help finish it off in the end. Yeah, Mystery Gang, I agree. This game especially, they are looking pretty damn good here in game 2.
That was insanely well played.
They were out team fighting Sync. I think it's that simple.
It was like, you see Drunken Master go in, go out. You see Cthulhu Fant just save one of his teammates, stun out. Midas jumps in, finishes somebody out. Doctor flies away, Rhapsody ulti. Like, that whole team fight was just, I don't know, that was, I would say it's almost a perfect team fight for Myst.
Yeah.
It was a bit. It's as well. Slap. He took over Midas, but he blinked in and whiffed all his spells, so he had no impact on the team fight either, except for tanking and dying. But that was just well played by Mr. Gang.
And, bottom line, Drunken. No, he does not. Okay, Fun's Master TP's out. So double shroud on Hellborn. Yeah, I'm not.
That's the other thing,
Weird.
too, exactly. They already had one on Puppet Master, so.
And
Swear.
Forgotten One death by an eye now. Actually, I think he had one last fight. Not sure if he just probably had it before, but it's that Midas almost has a sheep stick. And that's extremely important because on Hellborn, they don't have one Shrunken Head yet. Lensmeister probably is going to have one by the next fight, but Prisoner, Moira, even Cersei, and Swiftblade, they're just going to get locked down very easily now in fights. And Drunken does so much damage as well on top of it.
But you can't forget at the same time, the bigger your Legion gets, the bigger Cersei gets as well.
Yeah.
Midas is going to have Sheepstick. I think Cersei's going to look to take over Midas, so he can utilize that Sheepstick himself.
Yep. And she is also getting close to level 16, which, again, that'll make options like the Doctor, like the Drunken even, a little more viable. Now, Drunken is going to be tough no matter what with the Untouchable, of course, but having the 100% dealing damage, that's where, seeing the taken over perhaps on like the Drunken could be valuable. But yeah, Sheepstick, obviously, on Midas is definitely an option, too, here for Cersei.
This game, I think this game is going to go down to team fights and just who outplays who. Because both teams have a potential to just do insanely much in fights.
Oh, well played.
Wow.
They knew that the real one was hiding, and they were correct. Very well played. Coming out right there. Yeah, Cersei, that's another one of her kind of strengths is that she can spawn illusions off of illusions, so she can kind of get a farming squad going and whatnot, but you figure, well, she must be somewhere nearby. And they were right.
It's just a completely different team here we're seeing than from the first game. I think it has a lot to do with their heroes as well. I think this is much more what I've seen in the past from Mystery Gang.
They're extremely comfort heroes as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
but they're playing so well.
I have to remind myself, too, that Sync had a level 1 congor at the beginning of this game. And I don't think there's been many, there's maybe been 1 or 2 times on record where a team has lost a level 1 congor and actually still won the game in the end. This could very likely be one of those games. And we're talking about a team in Mystery Game that's still kind of newer to the scene, doing it against arguably the best team on the scene right now once again. So meanwhile, Cthulhu fought, Storm Spirit in the air as he gets pulled in. He's fighting, by the way. And down goes Prisoner. Predictability beautiful on the ledge right there. It's mitigating plenty of damage. Finally going to be stopped, but it already did its job in a sense. And Drunken Master, he's going to help his teammates kind of run away right here. In fact, Puppet Master, he's going to be gone on right here. And now with the Assassin Shroud, it doesn't matter. They still see through it, of course, with that Bound Eye. Down goes Puppet. Cersei is taking over Midas. He gets the takeover, but it's just too damn late. Not much he can do with it. Moira off to the side. She's going to survive for a little bit longer. She throws out the Arcane Vortex. Nice portal key away. She will be good in the end. But now Midas, or Cersei more so, he gets pulled on by Drunken Master, and he will end up going down. No, Midas actually went down himself. Cersei is going to fall. And the Yanka through the fight will end up falling to Puppet, who, by the way, bought back in the midst of the fight. And is Midas still alive? He still is, isn't he? No, Codex! He has a freaking Codex. Oh, I love it. Dr. Repulsor, he's fine.
Fun still has ulti up, but I don't think he can.
Yeah, the Null Stone's causing issues, and there we go.
Oh!
More, no, out of range. Whew. Another pretty extreme fight. So Seek does hold it in the end. They kind of push them back, but it was a buyback on Puppet. So that's the biggest difference there.
I just don't. I feel like these fights would be so much more different if Prisoner just had a little bit more farm. Like if he got that, if he had imagine a Prisoner with a Shrunken Head now. I just feel like it'd just do so much for Sync, and that's where you credit Myst for just every time just shutting him down. I mean, they probably know the potential of the hero. If he doesn't get much, he's not going to do damage in team fights, and he just drops very slow. And it feels like some of these fights he just dies before it even starts, and then the fight turns into a 4-on-5, and Sync just gets split apart one by one.
Yeah, I want to say at this point, he got his blink now, but as you said, man, he's so underfarmed that even now, if he has his blink, he does not have to run his hook anymore. But he's so squishy now because he's so underfarmed that he cannot either just go in and man up because he's gonna die in 2 seconds because he's so squishy. So he's in the tough spot.
Yeah. Swift played. Okay, finishing off some Ancients right here. Again, going to the Assassin's Trail, but gold farm in general, this game really isn't that great for either side, to be honest. I mean, overall, in the big picture of things, it's not too crazy for either side. The Doctor is overall leading the way at just over 400 gold per minute, but I think just the action, the amount of kills, not a whole lot of resource farming going on. It's more so kills that's going on. So that probably helps the reason for that, but. Look at this jungle here.
Oh my god, the courier.
He sees the courier. Invulnerability is going to be used. He doesn't see Cersei, though. He still gets it.
Oh, they found Cersei as well?
Yeah, they found her. There's the sheep stick, and now she's dead. Good catch. What is Drunken going for, by the way, man? 3,700 gold now. Is he
Celtics playing this hero.
Shrunken?
5k gold.
I don't
Oh,
think he
gosh.
should get shrunken. I don't like
I
shrunken.
think he did though.
Oh, there you go.
I actually agree though. I think Demonic would have been 10 times better this game.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because he, as I
Oh,
said
they're dying.
before, he can block out like. What does he do with a shrunken? He does not do with an ulti this game.
Played spin, I guess.
That's true, yeah. It's like the spin, but
Not
that's
much, yeah.
pretty much it. That's a
Exactly.
good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
That Codex, man. How about that choice, by the way? That's 3,000 gold that he's... No, 4,000 because he's upgraded.
4,000.
Worth it? I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not sure if he's serious about it. I mean,
The thing is, I don't really feel like there's a Moira build that people go after PK nowadays. Like, it just feels like Portal Key, that's it. You don't really get more and more.
but don't you feel like a Stone Spirit would have been better, Penny? The same
Probably.
cost. Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like for some reason, Hellborn lacks damage in fights. Now, I'm not saying Codex is gonna make a big difference, but maybe Aiden's able to nuke on the Rhapsody. Like, I don't think it's terrible, but I think Storm would have been a
No,
good
it's
item.
still. The item is not as bad as people make it. Like,
It's legit on Moira, especially with the illusion. I mean, as we're seeing here, she can use it, again, freely as always with her ephemeral forge. But yeah, whether
It's
there's
just
a
if
little
anything's
control.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Storm would have been 10 times better, to be honest.
Mid lane. Oh, the Storm Spirit.
Speaking of Storm Spirit, Cthulhu Fawn saving it in another protected melody. Cthulhu Fawn actually went away from it though, and Rhapsody is going to be caught out right here. Midas in the background catches Cersei. Trying to go for the kill, and not going to happen though. Now Voodoo pumping on to him, and Midas, he gets cut right on through. So a 2-for-1 here, as they did get Prisoner at least in the background. And I think they lost the Bound Eye too. Yeah, they did. Here on the Legion
I
side.
think Legion just used too many resources on the Prisoner that fight, or that kind of jump. Like, Drunken didn't even use his Shrunken Head. So I think they could have been a bit more mad mode there, but they just chose to get a safe kill on Prisoner and get out. And it ended up being 1-for-2. I mean, not terrible for either team, but Zinc does come out slightly ahead. And at this point in the game, like me and Omi have been talking about, with the Prisoner, he's not having the best of the game, so him dying maybe isn't that bad as long as,
He's
the
180
Puppet Master
yeah.
and Swiftblade can just keep getting farmed. Eventually carry.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 180 gold per minute on Prisoner. That is, ugh.
That's a sad game.
That is not a good time for Sasuke here, but making do.
That's what happens. It happens.
I feel like this assassin shot from Kesu has not, it hasn't it. I don't see the purpose of it, really. Usually we get assassin shots, you can shroud in and then you can pick someone off with the ulti, find someone alone. But if you look at the Legion Zero, he's not going to kill anyone off them alone, except for the Rhapsody. What do you say, Penny?
Don't you think it's also pretty good of Myst, though, because they've been grouping up like the whole game?
Yeah, yeah,
They're against.
you're right. Well played on this part as well.
Well play. They're going to catch Cersei here. They dusted for vision purposes simply, and good vision obviously prevents her from deceiving away. So yeah, ultimately gets the easy kill. Moira is going to Mana Center, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, it really is not often we find ourselves questioning several item pickups on Sync Esports, but that is definitely the case here, and I think for a very valid reason between Moira and Swiftblade. And if anything, it'd be because they're ahead, so they're kind of just having fun with it. But no, they're down. They're losing this game.
Okay. But going back to his Lap's item pickup, I think I would have liked it more if Think team fought more with that build. And I feel like as soon as he picked it up, they kind of just split up as a team.
The thing is, it was hard to team fight. It's hard to team fight when your initiator doesn't even have a blink.
Yeah.
So at the time he picked it up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But
Maybe I think PK actually would have been better in hindsight now. But
actually
you can't always know.
Now this is interesting. Swiftblade does have 4,400 gold. Okay, he buys a Shrunken, by the way. In the meantime, Moira in the background gets a decent jump right here. with the shards of Archon. Prisoner finally follows it up. They want to kill Drunken. He's very low on life, but they can't chase him down. Doctor's now flying around. Has the Hellflower. Drunkenhead's going up, though. Prisoner is dropping. Protective Melody will mitigate some damage, but the Swift Slash cancels immediately. Big prison break right there. Pulls him in. And Drunken Master is dead off the bat. Sync winning this fight right here. And they're going to continue to do that. A hat trick coming up for Flensmeister, in fact. And it could definitely be more. Dr. Pulser now out of mana. Look at Cersei's Doctor chasing him down. Remember, now it's not 100% damage here because she does have the level 3 ultimate. And Doctor is in trouble. The Hellflower applied to him, and down he goes. A 4-for-1 exchange as Cthulhu fought the sole survivor, but now Sync Esports, they're going to start pushing here, getting tower kills.
It's the classic rookie mistake. They're unexperienced, they're ahead, and they think they can go high ground. But going high ground is not that easy, just because you're ahead.
I mean, I think Sync has a pretty good lineup as well for defending.
But Drunken Master, he was out of the fight before it even started. I think that's the biggest problem with that fight.
And what got him so low initially? I don't even know. Was it like the Codex or something? Or I'd have to watch the replay on that one, because you're right. He was very low when the fight really kind of took place.
Yeah. He took damage from the tower, and then Puppet showed him, and they hit him a couple times. He was low like that.
Okay.
But as I said, it's the classic unexperienced rookie mistake. You're ahead, you think you can go high ground, but you gotta think more about because going high ground is not the same as team fighting outside the base.
No.
I think they also may feel a bit kind of forced to do it because they have the worst late game. But I don't know if that's how they're thinking. They might think they have the better late game because both teams have good late game. But maybe they feel like Sync, the Puppet Master, the Cersei, the Moira, and the Swiftblade are just going to be too much for them later in the game. But, like Omi said, it just some experience. And speaking about experience, they have a lot of experience killing Zlap this game, or maybe it's going to turn into a team fight.
Yeah, it is. In action, this is going to work for Sync. Protect him out. He gets pulled in, though, and he will fall. And now Cersei going to help. Well, more so, actually, Rhapsody gets picked off in the end. It's a 2-for-1 right now. Cersei did go down. Cthulhu's on the run. He portal keys deep into the jungle up here, and I don't think Sync's going to find him, actually. So he will actually get away. But, man, double Genjiro now on the Hellborn side coming out. This is ridiculous. But they're both Swiftblade and Puppet Master.
Actually, it's a bit weird, but now I don't think Genjiro is that bad on Swiftblade either. Because now they're ahead.
Yeah.
So he can move around the map more freely. He can pick people off. And he also has a strong can now, so...
He's not really going to die easily.
Exactly.
Going to take congor here as well. Would you give this Puppet?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we could as well.
Puppet and Swiftblade like identical items. Except for
it's really interesting, yeah. But that is the case here, so... Bow and Die going to be that much more important to have here on the Legion side. Right now, they currently do not have one because, dying with it, so... Another 2,400 gold on Drunken Master. It's hard to say, that's we're talking about item choices and stuff, and that's something you guys were talking about when you got the Shrunken, how maybe a little too defensive-minded, where they don't have enough damage themselves, and, the Soulsborg, the full Demonic, could have helped with that, obviously, much better than, say, the Shrunken Head here, so that's kind of holding him back now a little bit, you can argue. How the game's looking here. But at the same time, again, last fight he did get bursted down pretty quickly, to be fair. So, I don't know. It's a tough spot for him. Is that a level 5 Codex now? It's level 4.
4.
Fucking insane.
That's if you calculate the math here. Well, it's 1 point. I mean, his W can also do insane amount of damage. Like, I don't know. It's crazy sometimes how much
Can
W
he one
does.
shot? Can he one shot the Rhapsody actually? With Dissolution?
Oh, yeah. With Codex
I think so, yeah.
and Mana Sunder, definitely. Yeah, he
almost bursted him before.
Yeah, that, and also, you're right, though, about the Mana Sunder with this Doctor especially. I mean, he's actually going to do some good damage to him with that
Yeah, it's
Mana Sunder.
underrated later in the game, how much damage it really does. Actually, speaking of insane, he's looking for somebody here, but it's a whole team, so probably just going to lunge him. There we go. And
But I mean, they're not out of the game yet. Myst, the gold and XP is still pretty even, but I think the game is in Sync's hands now. Like, they can dictate the pace of the game right now. So it's going to be hard, but they're still in it, I think.
any item pick up suggestions here on me on Puppet and Swiftblade?
How do they follow the Gonjiros?
Puppet probably would just go Savage, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe even Symbol. Symbol would be pretty good as well. Like, I don't see any way he's gonna die. The Swiftblade, he has a lot of options, really. A lot of different stuff would be good in him, I think.
And I want to see what Cersei goes as well, because he's left past that like PK gold amount, so not really sure if he wants to go for something more late game, like Arresto. Knowing his lapped, I don't think he would do that.
No. I don't either.
And then Myst kind of. This is the only bad thing about Myst's position right now, is that they feel like they need to just be S5 all the time. So they're gonna eventually get out farmed. Like it's already 2.5k gold. 1 minute ago it's 1.5.
But like the Midas impact has been the last couple team fights. He has blinked in, he has sheeped the guy, and Puppet just kills him. So I think he was a big reason for why they were winning team fights earlier on. And now that he has no impact in the team fights anymore, they're struggling a lot.
Oh, that was
Oh.
top lane. What was that?
Oh.
Was somebody?
Yeah,
There's
actually,
Illusion.
Elephant was post-listing in a creep, and Morio Illusion just
Oh.
one-shot with Codex.
Okay, that's what it was then. Yeah, somebody was supposed to. Rhapsody gets found by Puppet, by the way, but okay, gets the kill. Now you're in an interesting spot if you're Flensmeister, though, because
He didn't kill him again. He's all alone. Oh, actually, has backup coming.
He has a shot up as well. Oh,
Morio
Mora's
ulti.
There we
coming
go.
over. There we go. Arcane Vortex prisoners here as well. Level 15, but still has that prison break. Pull on after the fact. Mora, she does go down though. Puppet Master trying to live throughout all this. Still has that support coming in. Can't get there in time though. Down goes Puppet, and this could be a little bit of a throw here from Flensmeister if you're not careful. Prisoner is going to end up falling. They did get the kill onto Cthulhu Font. Doctor low on mana though. He's trying to run. You see Cthulhu Font or Cersei, and Swiftblade trying to chase right here. That was a little bit of lag, I think. So.
got juked.
He's gonna get him sheep.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
there
got
you
him. Ends up with a hat trick, actually. So there were Midas actually very involved in the fight.
How did he see them though? Wasn't he in this? Oh, they have Iron Drunken.
Yeah.
That was really questionable, I think.
Simply like Flint's.
It was-
But I
Flens, yeah.
I think Flynn's idea was like to bait that because his team was like kind of close. But then he probably didn't realize that Legion could still win a team fight. I don't know. But yeah, either we're getting picked
Buyback
off.
from
So,
Swiftblade here.
Charging in. He
Oh,
did buy
God.
back. There's the
Oh.
immediate sheep stick, though, as soon as he does. And can they
Buyback
kill him
from
after the
Puppet as well.
fact? Oh my gosh, they
Oh.
do. Drunken Master, he is going to fall in response. But they also use the final buyback on Puppet, though. So still think definitely worth it here for Mystery Gang. Is No, he's not. Stun from Moria, a little too
Boys.
strong. And ends up falling there. So, man, they're getting buybacks used, though. And this
And
game
they still have all their own
anyone's.
buybacks. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty huge, not gonna lie. It might not have seemed as big as it was, because they did not get any objectives out of it. But they killed Puppet one more time, he's out of buybacks, so... and at the same time, they got so much gold from that fight. Look at their gold. They have so much gold pooled on all the heroes.
Yeah, Puppet
But sure,
inventory doesn't seem the scariest. I mean, 2 buybacks, I guess, doesn't help. But yeah, we're 47 minutes in, and he has a Shrunken, a Whispering Helm, and a Genjuro. I don't know. That just doesn't seem like really scary if you're the opposition.
yeah, I agree. He lacks that big damage item.
Yeah.
That makes him like the scary puppet that he can be. But Singer's gonna push bottom lane here.
yeah, it's always tough. So the illusions, they're gonna do a lot of work here as well. Another really annoying thing about the hero.
Yep. That should be a tower kill. Oh, maybe not. They're going to stall it. Yeah, they will hold it for a little bit longer.
So if you're Sync here, Omi, would you just push and take a fight, or do you want to wait for congor? What's
They cannot push like straight up at least. Like 5v5. They need either pick off or even with token. I don't think they can push high ground 5v5. Because this, like both the puppet and the Swiftblade, they both were back, and they, as Breaky said, they lack damage really. They don't have that much damage. Because they're forced to buy back, and they have like, they wasted a lot of money on that.
they're looking
Not
for pick
waste-
bottom right now?
Yeah, this could be a pretty game changer down here, though. I mean, this is we're in that tight spot with the no buyback on Puppet, and it's a very even game. Both teams definitely go into the later game here. It's like 1 or 2 picks could really throw one team ahead. So you got to be
Tula
very
with the eye.
careful. This Ward of Sight's giving them that information, though. Yeah, he's not countering it, unfortunately. On cooldown with the bound eye, so.
Drunken 4K pooled again. I think you should maybe like buy.
Oh, they're gonna go on.
Yeah, I can't believe they don't have Aura still, especially the Soul's Bulwark. Oh, Puppet Master, though, he's going to open here on a Minus the quick burst. Protect him, Melody. Well saved today once again. Gets killed shortly after. Minus does end up falling in the end, but now Puppet Master, he's trying to, well, he's surviving, actually. Gajiro's doing pretty good work for him right here. By the way, yeah, Just Man Pike's back. He's coming back in. Through the pot, dropping a half-life. Prisoner from the flank. Doctor flying in from Cersei, that is. And they just clean on up. Sync Esports absolutely annihilates Mystery King there in that fight.
This is gonna result in a base push, but they do still have like buybacks on all their free cores that are lit at least. So I don't think they're gonna get drags out of this, but huge fight for Sync at least.
Just it feels like every time Sync gets any sort of jump on 1 or 2 cores, they take over fights. But
It was just sloppy. They simply invest in, like on top of them. They just used invis because they had no detection.
yeah, even that. Well, they had an eye, but it was on Cthulhu, and I think he wasn't in range.
Yeah, but here's the buybacks. Really late buybacks.
And you see right here, the Rax sits. No, it's actually going to survive in the end, so they do hold that off. Very late, but eventually they do save the Rax. I guess that is the ultimate goal there for
Well played from Sync.
Mystery Gang. But yeah, Sync.
This is just routine for Sync. Like they know like the limits. They just go in, they get Legion to use free buybacks. They just simply reset. It's simply like experience.
And look at the progressions here. Brutalizer on Swiftblade, Symbol on Puppet.
I feel like Legion hasn't progressed in items in a while, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes now. But I haven't seen a big pickup at least. Drunken got that shrunken head pretty early on, like we talked about. Doctor, he's had that health flower now for a bit. I mean, they're obviously all saving buybacks, which is very smart. But Sync is managing to save buybacks, and on top of that, they have very good item pickups as well and progression.
Puppet actually chose to go for Symbol.
Yeah, I like that.
Swiftblade for Brutalizer. I like both of those. Good pickups.
Cersei 3k gold. I'm sure what that's going to be. I'm still curious.
He bought Post Haste initially, and then he also bought a Blessed Orb, but then he sold it, so.
He's gonna buy back Post this in, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
plan. Insane has got the level 5 Codex now completed. So that's, and he got the tablet even.
That's a lot of damage. That's 800, right? At this level? Yeah.
And he's going to try to kill the fifth Rhapsody. Oh!
Jeez,
my
there you
God. Are you kidding me?
That's the combo.
I know, my next build here.
Yeah.
That's so retarded. The Codex is actually working out.
I mean, the dude's farming nearly 300 gold per minute, and better than his prisoner even, so. It's not something you can do often, I would think of more of, but he's able to this game because of the amount of farm. But yeah, it's working out indefinitely, and Congor is dead. So is that third Congor kill? No, the second one. Token here on Swiftplay now. How about the choice from Doctor, by the way? Very defensive mindset, going the Frostfield plate as far as his follow-up here.
Not sure. I mean, it's not terrible, but I feel like he's lacking something if he goes it. But he's gonna like damage, as you said. But
Yes, do you think it damage? I don't know what damage would
but I think Frostfield is fine actually, because what else would he get? Like,
Yeah, it's like
I guess
sheep stick, you know.
I guess sheep could be good as well,
Oh my god.
and they just
The illusions just.
Oh, we actually initiated it in the background.
A little bit there. Swiftblade's like, all right, here we go. A lot of creeps, though. A lot of creeps absorbing that damage. He's going to be pushed back. And no
Prisoner's
fight
not even there.
place.
Like, that's really ballsy of Sync, but
But I can't believe they still do not have demonical bulwark on Legion team in a 53-minute game
Yeah.
where there's so much physical presence from both teams.
Yep.
I don't know. There should be a bulwark at least from someone.
It does feel like that team's almost like they just assume that they have it for some reason, but then like here we are 53 minutes in, it's like, oh, that's right, we don't have a very essential item in the game. It looks like Cthulhu might be going for it now, but yeah, this is like, so much has already happened.
Morgan had Cersei, by the way.
Really? Jeez. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not that bad actually. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Only
it's-
Drunken's a cancel, so yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, Drunken is one of those items where you can almost never go wrong, even if
Yeah.
you've like.
It's just you're never really in a position to buy it as a Cersei ever. Really.
Mhm.
He gets it off. I mean, it's a very strong pickup. And actually, speaking of his lap, like, oh, okay, he's gonna be fine here. Has the blink now as well. Okay, and this is where I like Cersei now, like as a hero. After he gets a couple more items, it's extremely strong.
Oh yeah.
This is where he gets really annoying to play against.
Double
Double damage Swift Blade.
Yeah, you saw right there, Cersei drew the
Oh, Aiden?
attention of 5 heroes to the bottom lane. Is that the Roadrunner? Okay, no, that was the illusion, yeah. And he's going to survive.
Just get delayed him while they.
He's like toying with them.
Yeah, because why not? And again, he's doing all this freely. Like
distracting,
there's
yeah.
no danger for him doing that. So as the melee racks, that's easily picked up. You see Dr. Flanagan figuring they got to try something right here. Just man the follow-up transmit attempt. Swift slashes though bouncing around. Swift Blade, he still has a token of life. Double damage on him as well, by the way. Not a fight you want to take, but again, they really kind of had to. They get cleaned up completely though, and I think game 2 in the series is just about wrapping up here in favor of Sync Esports. Very valiant effort and a hell of an attempt, but Sync, they do eventually make it happen, as they're going to finish off the Mega Creeps here to truly make it official at this point. So, yeah, definitely still things to learn for Mystery Gang, but again, still being a younger and newly team on the top-tier competitive scene, they got to at least like how they competed against Sync Esports. Ultimately falling short in the end, but looking forward to seeing more of them, though, definitely.
I think they played really well early on, but I simply think it came down to inexperience.
Oh, yeah.
They're inexperienced.
Most people have that issue against Sync as well.
Yeah.
Even top teams nowadays. Yeah.
That tends to be the case, but and again, you really do have to constantly remind yourself that Sync Esports, they level 1 conquer this game. So many times when that happens, the team will just snowball and it's over in 15 minutes, just like the first game for that matter. How that was a 15-minute victory basically for Sync. But Mystery Gang, they persevere. They fought very well in team fights, and they definitely had a very real chance and even a lead at points in this game. But ultimately, Sync Esports persevered themselves and came back to win it. So, again, they take the series 2-0, and they're moving on to the winner bracket finals now to face Reason Gaming on Saturday. Mystery Gang is not over just yet, though. They get a chance to start climbing back. They go to the losers bracket where they will play Complexity on Saturday. So the bracket's continuing then, but before we start wrapping up here, final thoughts on the game of the series. Panny, we'll start with you.
Well, first of all, really well played by Sync, deserving of the win. Of course, both games. But like we've been talking about a lot, missed a lot of potential in their team individually and as a team. Just in game 2, they showed it a lot, and extremely well played. Like you said, Breaky, I mean, Sync did level 1 Congor, and Myst did pretty much take it to a 1-hour game. So extremely well played by them. I like their drafting as well. I think that they have a lot of potential overall. So big shout out to them, and I hope they continue to just keep playing as a team and improving. I mean, I'm not really sure who the last player is. I'm trying to think of it right now, but I think it's Cookies is the last player.
Cookies, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that might have been hindering them a bit, but Fies Meister also did play really well. So, yeah, once again, well played by both teams, and that's it, I guess.
All right. Onmi, yeah, what do you got?
Pretty much what Penny said. I think they have what it takes to, break like even top 4. I guess they are top 4 in this tournament, but granted
yeah.
BMG is not playing. But they still need to establish themselves as that consistent
That's a hard
top 4,
part.
top 5 team. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if they keep playing, I'm sure they will catch up. But besides that, like basically what Penny said, nothing like I was expecting 2-0 for Sync.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, no, and obviously, again, we still going to see more of these guys here in the Onslaught 2 event. Again, going to be playing the losers bracket against Complexity on Saturday. So, with that said, going to start wrapping up here, though. I want to give now a chance for you guys to actually, it was fun. I really appreciate having you guys on, and definitely had a good cast here, Panny and Matthias. So we'll start with Panny. Any shout-outs, any final words you want to say?
Actually, I want to let Omi go first here.
Okay, Omi,
Me?
you go first.
Shout out to Masera, Haxerin, T-Best Priceless, and then you, Bricky, for keep casting Han. And shout out to you, Penny, for being the good friend you are.
Oh, thank you.
So kind. All right, Panny.
Shout out to let's see, it's Greece. of course.
Sorry, shout out to Tanka as well.
Oh,
There you go.
Shout out to Tanka, all of Sync